What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Chimpact, and today we have the first week of the GBA. I'm your coach of the Philadelphia Scissors, Chimpact, and my opponent is Gym Leader Gio, coach of the San Francisco GiEnteis. And I was gonna do this live, but unfortunately the audio was really bad. If you guys want to watch it live, the description will have the unlisted video. It's gonna be raw. There's no edits, no nothing. It's just gonna be the raw video of me just playing the battle live. So if you guys like watching it live, it's right there. But like I said, the audio is pretty bad. So if you guys want good audio, this is this is the one you want to watch. And shout out to the common dude for recording this battle for me. He's a really nice dude. Shout out to him. And another thing I want to ask you guys, if in the description below, if you guys have any, not description, in the comment section down below, if you guys have any questions on why I brought the certain Pokemon still, even after the team builder, check out the team builder, of course. A lot of the plays that I make will make a lot more sense if you understand the team that I brought. And if you guys have any questions, put them down in the description below. I keep saying description, comment section down below. And in another video, I will talk about why I made certain plays, if you guys asked about the play that I made, or why I brought certain Pokemon or certain sets for my team. So just looking at his team: Archeops, Toxapex, Haxorus, Scizor, Dugtrio, Blacephalon. I knew he was going to bring 3 Pokemon. I knew he was going to bring Scizor, I knew he was going to bring Dugtrio, and I knew he was going to bring Toxapex. Those 3 Pokemon are just very good Pokemon in general, and against my team, they're pretty good as well. Toxapex just takes his very well, and the weaknesses that Toxapex does have, Dugtrio capitalizes on. And then Scizor is just very annoying for my team to deal with, especially since his Tapu Bulu answers aren't really that good outside of just revenge killing it. So Scizor is right there to be able to handle Tapu Bulu. So I knew that he was going to bring Scizor, Dugtrio, and Toxapex. And I look at his team and I feel like I just have to lead out with Greninja, because Greninja matches up well against his entire team, and I can just water shuriken things that I think are going to be faster than me if they are scarfed or something. So he is going to lead out with his Big Burp, his Archeops here, and I'm going to lead out with Gren Simmons in my... I like my Como armor. I like it a lot, but I'm definitely going to change it next week. Hopefully. Actually, I don't know. But here I'm just going to go for the Water Shuriken. I wish I had balls and I clicked Dark Pulse so that I didn't have to reveal the Water Shuriken. But I just felt like he's either going to be Sash or Scarf U-turn. And if he was Sash, like, it made a lot of sense that he was going to lead with it. It would have been like Stealth Rock, Taunt, Endeavor, and that would have been a great lead, obviously. But he goes straight onto the Toxapex, and I see the eject button, and he gets ejected, or he doesn't get ejected. He switches into the Scizor after the eject button. I'm going to switch out. I don't want to take a U-turn, and I kind of wish that I had U-turn over Extra Sensory at this point, because I don't feel like I'm going to be clicking Extra Sensory that much. I'm going to go out to Gucci Gang. Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang. And I'm just going to try to bait him into clicking U-turn so that I get ejected into my Magna Zone. But he switches out. He goes out into Toxapex, and I'm going to switch out. I could Super Fang here, but I decided against it. And I'm just going to go out to Cloyster and try to set up my Spike. Gucci Gang getting burned isn't really that big of a deal, but with Toxapex having no item now, with no recovery, no Pyapa Berry, no leftovers, Black Sludge, it's fine for me to just switch out, because normally I would knock off if it still had an item. But the eject button was burned, so I'm fine with that. So he goes for the Scald. Luckily, he does not get the burn. I go into Cloyster just to get at the Spike, so I pressure his team a little bit. And now I'm going to go into Mind Blown. By the way, these nicknames that I have are not permanent. I don't really know what nicknames I want to use for some of my Pokemon, but Gren Simmons, 100% going to be the same. And Gucci Gang is going to be the same as well. So I switch out into Uxie, thinking that I can maybe set up a Stealth Rock against the Toxapex and take Scalds, because I don't really care about Uxie that much. If he does burn me, that kind of sucks for foul play, but that's fine. He is going to Mega Evolve, and this is going to turn out to hurt me a little bit because I am able to outspeed him. If I was the relaxed nature with 11 speed IVs, which I was debating whether I wanted to be, it would have helped me out a lot here in this particular play, because I switch out into my Scrafty, which gets poisoned. And because of this poison, I take a lot of residual, and I am max HP, max special defense to take on the Blacephalon. And he goes for the U-turn. So if I was slower than his Scizor, I would have been able to go out to Magna Zone and trap it with HE Fire, and my Scrafty wouldn't be poisoned, because he would have defogged his hazards away. And He's actually going to switch out, I guess fearing me to be either Rocky Helmet, Faster, or Eject Button, because he's used Eject Button as well. So I'm just going to go straight for the Super Fang. Luckily he does switch out into Toxapex, which is pretty good for me. And here I could switch out as well and try to set up some spikes again. Or I could just go for the Taunt here in case he wants to go for the Recover. And I'm just going to click Taunt here just because I don't want the Toxapex healing that much, because it's going to be a little bit more annoying for my Greninja, because now he's in range to where I can just repeatedly just spam Dark Pulse, because he's only going to be at 83%, no Black Sludge recovery. So if I do get a good switch in, I can just spam Dark Pulse, and with the Metronome, it's going to just go in my favor. He clicks Mind Blown here. I don't really know the calc. Even after the battle, I still don't know the calc. I thought it was Specs, because I'm max HP, max BDF, and I just Mind Blown is very, very powerful, but I'm max HP, max BDF. Scrafty has really, really good special defense, so I just thought it was Specs. I'm going to click Dark Pulse here. There's no reason to click Extrasensory, because Dark Pulse, if I get the train rolling, it's going to be just enough to be able to destroy this Toxapex, force him to keep on recovering over and over again. So I'm just going to go for the Dark Pulse here. If he went for like a Toxic Spike there, I would have been able to 2-hit KO him with the Dark Pulse. So that would have been really nice. But he is just going to click Recover, try to get to a good amount of HP. And I get a crit there, which is very nice. But the crit doesn't really matter in the aspect that, like, no matter what he does, he only has one attack that he can hit me with, because he's always going to be 2-hit KO'd with the Dark Pulse unless he recovers. So I'm going to repeatedly click Dark Pulse. There's always a chance to flinch, and there's always the chance to that he's gonna just click Recover and over again. And this is, it just feels so good just to click buttons. It's like, unfortunately, like, this situation is just like when you're up against Elite 4, and then you just bring them down to a low amount of HP, and they just click the full restore. So I'm just waiting for Gym Leader Geo, Elite 4 member Geo, to just run out of full restores with his Toxapex.
Alright, never mind. Dragaugi Surf does not even 2 KO. My mons might be a little over leveled.
Nice.
They might be a little Poison Point. Alright, see, that's actually annoying as hell. Why do you have Poison Point on Dragaugi and not the other thing? Adaptability.
If this thing has Ice Beam,
Oh my, it's Poison Stalling me with full restore and Poison Point.
But I believe this turn he switches it up here, and he does just click Scald. And the burn, I wouldn't really mind that much. If he did poison me, that would have been a little bit more annoying, because that means that's 12% instead of 6%. I don't really care about 6%, because I take pretty much any hit that I want, or I just die to it. So this 6% isn't really that bad against me. So he's gonna go to Scizor here, and it's a roll in his favor, but I could flinch him, and I could also crit him. So Scizor being dead is actually in my favor because of the flinch and the crit possibility. But he is able to go for the U-turn and knock out my Greninja. Another reason why I made that play was because Geo has timed out before in the past 2 seasons, or past season, and I was a little bit pressured because Greninja's like, I could just win the game right there. So if I had a chance to just win the game right there, I wanted to do it. I'm going to go out into my Nihilego here, kind of a misplay based on the fact that I have nothing for Blacephalon now, because he's going to go into his Dugtrio, and he's going to be able to trap me unless I crit it, and that's if he's not Sash either. So I have to click Power Gym here, and I have to, it's obviously not going to kill. Like, I don't even know if it crit kills, but my Nihilego is gone. He knows that I'm Scarfed because I outspat his Archeops, and he is going to be able to knock me out with the Earthquake. And I have to click Stealth Rock here with my Uxie, and hope that my Ice Shard from my Cloyster can knock out the Blacephalon at 25%. And hope that he doesn't bring in the Blacephalon here. If he did bring in the Blacephalon here, I had a chance to Psychic or Foul Play it and knock it out, but he didn't do that. So here I have to go for Stealth Rock, and I'm just going to go for the U-turn here. And if he didn't go for Bullet Punch here, I would have 100% went out into my Magnezone, because if he didn't click Bullet Punch, he probably clicked Roost. And I didn't want my Uxie in because my Uxie died to Shadow Ball. And then that would have given it a Beast Boost, and then my Cloyster wouldn't have been able to take any hit, and I would have just lost. But I'm just going to click Ice Shard here, and down goes the Scizor. And if his Blacephalon isn't Specs, there's no way that it can kill me. Because I'm max HP, max special defense. So And even if he is specs, then I have Magazone to potentially outspeed it because I do have a specs scarf Magazone. So I go for the Ice Shard here, and I do not get the KO, and he goes for Shadow Ball. And if he is specs, he probably wins the game unless he's slower than my Magazone. But he's actually scarfed, and I'm able to eat that hit and finish him off with an Ice Shard. And the rest of his team is just foul play food for my for my Uxie, so it's gonna be a pretty easy W from here, because Outrage, unless he like Dragon Dances here, which is literally the only fear, unless he Dragon Dances here and has a Yache Berry, there's no fear. So I just clicked Ice Shard, and it doesn't do nearly the amount of damage that I wanted it to, but he does click Earthquake. He didn't click the Dragon Dance, and the only way that it would have been troubling for me is if he did click Dragon Dance and he Outrage crit me with the Haxorus. That's pretty much it, because this is not his Zmon. So, like I said in the team preview, not team preview, but in the team builder, if he was Z-move Haxorus, this would have been a lot different. So I'm just going to click the foul play there, and all he has left is Dugtrio. The only thing Dugtrio can do to me is Sucker Punch or Toxic, but it's in range of foul play, so it is going to die no matter what. And that is the first W of Season 8 of the GBA. So like I said, shout out to the common dude, shout out to Gio, link will be in the description, be sure to check him out. And if you guys have any questions on the plays that I made, or the team that I brought, or anything else, be sure to leave it in the comment section down below, and I'll make another video later on this week explaining my reasoning for everything that you guys have questions for. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, peace.